Commercial property funds, they're not liquid at all. It's an illusion, certainly in the open-ended space. And if I just explain the difference, you can have an open-ended fund or a closed-ended fund. Now, in a closed-ended fund, there are a certain number of shares, let's say 1,000 shares, and there'll never be more or less shares. So if you own 100 shares and you want to get rid of those shares, sell them, you have to find a buyer for those shares. So the stock market takes care of that liquidity, and it's dealt with by the price falling slightly in an environment like this to attract other buyers, but you can always sell your shares at a price. Then on the other side, well, for a manager managing those assets on the closed-ended side, that's great because you know you'll always have 1,000 shares, so you can keep that property. And if people want to exit their position, you don't need to sell a property to raise the money to give them their money back. Another buyer gives them the money. So it's a great position for a property fund manager to be in. On the open-ended side, let's say there are 1,000 shares in a fund and you want to buy shares, they create another 100 shares for you and it becomes 1,100. You want to sell those shares, it goes back to 1,000. But the manager of that property fund has to find the cash to give you back. And if they don't have the cash, because they're invested in commercial property and it's not liquid, you can't just go and sell it on the stock market like you can with a Vodafone or a Glaxo share. You have to go and sell a big property, and it takes 6 months or so to sell a property. If you have that sort of structure, then you can't get your money out very easily because they can't give you that money. So what the property funds do, of course, is they say, no, you can't have your money, and they keep it whilst they sell property to raise that money. So this daily price that a property fund produces, an open-ended property fund, gives you a daily price, but you can't get your money out on a daily basis, not guaranteed. So no, the liquidity is an illusion.